What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of CONverse with Comic-Con Africa. And today we've got a very special guest for you. Her name is Lydia, and she's been working on a very, very special project called Kawia's Adventure. And Lydia is here to just tell us a little bit more about Kawia's Adventure. And yeah, how she's actually bridging the gap between gaming and film. It's kind of like a Gilm or like a Fame or like a very many other ways of like amalgamating those two words. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to hand straight over to Lydia. Tell us more about yourself.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Lydia Mugure Monkey, Danu. You can call me Dan, and I am the lead developer in Kawia's Adventure. I have been an animator for 4 years and a game developer for one going on 2. Still very new to the scene and learning the ropes, but it's it's a lot of fun working through bugs. I am a lover of cats, lover of coffee, deathly allergic to avocados, and I absolutely adore Zack Snyder. The Snyder Cut was the best thing I've seen the entire week. So yes,
Snyder Cut!
yes, it was awesome. It was awesome. It was so awesome. Has it been 6 years? It was worth the wait. I was a teenager when we started that, and now I'm an adult. Wow, time has flown. So, uh, Kawia's Adventure. Kawia's Adventure is a combination of filmic aspects and gaming aspects. It's 50-50. I didn't want it to be a film and I didn't want it to be a game. I wanted them to play off of each other so that we can develop an experience very, very unique to the individual playing/watching it. That way I could narrate a story to the player while they get to have actual agency in the narrative. So since I could not figure out what I wanted to call it, I just started calling it a Govi. It's a game in a movie. It's a Govi.
I like that. Govi.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Gilm sounds weird.
And fame is taken. So, yeah. Oh well.
Cool. So, yeah, the first question was, tell us more about Kawia's Adventure. But you've already done quite a good job of that. So yeah, is there anything more you want to just say about Kawia's Adventure before we move into the next question? I hope I didn't cut you off there.
Oh. No, I can talk a lot. I can talk a lot about it, so you're going to have to stop me at some point. Okay. I could go in. So with developing it, I'm going to use Unity because it's the best price, free, and I also use Blender to develop the assets for it because it's also free. The reason I actually got into animation is because of open source software. Because at the time I was 17 and did not have any any financial means to further my career. So I was just like, oh, Blender is free. It's people said it has a steep learning curve, but I was like, well, that's the price I shall pay. So yeah. Everything was made open source. I could go into the narrative aspect, but I'm not sure if you're going to ask a question about that later. So I'm not sure if I should go into the story part now or if I just do that another time when the question comes up. So lead the way, kind sir.
Yeah. Awesome. So you also work with another teammate of yours. I believe her name is Tammy, right?
Yeah, Tabby, like the cat.
Yeah. Just tell us a little bit more about where you guys meet and what prompted you guys to start working together on Kawia's Adventure. Yeah.
Okay. The story of how we met is hilarious because we met when we were in university, Kenyatta University. She was right next to me, and Tabby was extremely gothic. Like she had that really strong Metallica goth aesthetic, and I loved that because I was really into the emo punk scene. So I was like, friend, finally I have met you. So I just kind of barged into her room and she kind of just let me be there, and it's been over 7 years. 7? It's been over 7 years of I was very aggressive in establishing that connection. Like, no, I have never had another friend like this. I will have you as a friend. Then since we were in the same class, we just started working together on tiny class assignments before helping each other on freelance work. Then we decided she's good. She went into film and television. She went into more filmic and cinematographic. Is that a correct? Is that a word? Cinematographic? I think it's a word.
Yeah, like pass.
She went that way, and I went into software development and animation. So we just kind of linked up. We usually link up to assist each other on each other's projects. And when we heard of Sony Talent League, I was like, I have this concept I've been working on, but I'm not very good storytelling wise. I'm very good at creating a scenario, but I'm not very good at saying why the scenario happened. But that is her strong suit, narratives. So I was like, help me out here. And she was like, okay, because she's a very chill person. Very opposite to me. I know I seem like a hyperactive puppy sometimes. She's more of a cool cat that you put at the corner of the room and will not bother you unless you actually force engagement.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story of how we met, the goth and the punk.
The goth and the punk. I like that. That's very cool. And together you've created some like a really cool project. So seeing as you've got a really cool groovy on your guys' hands. What are your plans for publishing / distributing your work? I mean, it must be quite quite a hard thinking process, because now it's kind of a film, but it's also kind of not. It's also kind of a game. Have you approached Netflix? What's the plan there?
Oh, okay, that's a good idea. I'm going to approach Netflix with this because it has an interactive filmic aspect, and their platform actually supports that. Publishing it is, while people are interested in it, okay, lots of people have approached us. Let me not say lots. I want to say four people have approached us with publishing needs, and they're still all on the table. We're going to look through them. We are looking through all of them, but we're not sure exactly how to publish this thing. The best way to encompass it is just put it all in a game and explain to the players that they will be watching a lot. 50% of the time they'll be watching, and the other 50% of the time they'll be playing. So it, in essence, shall be published as a game, but the experience shall be extremely filmic, which is something I'm looking forward to. I'd like to get once everything is done. The demo we set up a little demo, but currently we are doing a severe overhaul because the player controls are just a nightmare. The camera won't track as properly as I want. There's just so much to fix. So like at the moment, the demo is undergoing a full overhaul. But once it's done, I think it'll get the idea across clearly. Like, you're going to watch a lot of it because we want to tell a story that a lot of African stories have a different narrative beat compared to East and West. Yeah. Everyone has their own unique vibe. So I figured the best way I can do this is by immersing them completely in how the story is told, but giving them the option of controlling how it actually plays out. So, I make a lot of hand gestures.
No, that's much better. It's better to be animated because it just creates a lot of excitement. So yeah, no, that's awesome. And so you're gonna publish it as a game with a lot of filmic aspects. So tell us more about the science behind your character modeling, because I looked at your website and I saw that image that's there, or that like video clip there called Nearly There. And then you've also got like selfies with the girls, and they look like kind of different models. So I was, the Nearly There one looks like it's like a claymation kind of style, stop motion kind of style, but the other one looks like it's a Blender character model. So how have you kind of blended those character modeling kind of methodologies?
Okay. Every artist develops their own kind of pipeline to work through projects. So in this bit, I was trying to, I think that has been plaguing my artistic journey for, I want to say 2 years, because the comment was 2 years ago and I've never forgotten it, was, wow, your work looks very Disney. This looks like Moana. And I was like, no, I kind of really want to develop my own art style, but I've been kind of trapped in that Disney-esque box. Personally, I blame television and my upbringing, but oh well. So I've been trying to break out of that mold, and with each different model, I can see it shifting. Kaguya is the final model, and that's the look I want to go for because it's like it's familiar to me. I think it looks kind of different. She still has the big baby eyes, and she still has the big baby eyes that is reminiscent of children entertainment characters, but she still looks kind of realistic, kind of body type and the like. I'd still say she's a 12-year-old. So the process is just different. The process of why they look different is me trying to break out of my restricted Disney-esque style. So let's see. I'd say Liwe. I'm not sure if you're going to have images of this, but Liwe is the darkest character. The first one you see in Self with the Girls. Okay. Liwe is my absolute favorite because she took the most amount of work, especially in her hair. It's easy. It's not. We don't see a lot of animated characters with Africanized, kinky, super kinky hair.
Yeah.
So getting that right was so fun. I actually worked with a local saloonist so I could like understand the physics of the Afro and how gravity affects it. It was fun. That was actually a lot of fun. Just sitting there at the corner of a salon with a sketchbook, or if we just passed by and they're like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Just sketching your hair? Don't mind me. Don't mind me." It was fun. Like, and also there's so much to consider. There's so much to consider with these models. Like, if at any point they get, for instance, if Kaguya gets wet at any point, her hair needs to shrink down and then eventually grow back out according to time. Or the dreadlocks on some of them need to be weighted differently compared to the others depending on width. There's just so much to consider, and it's so much fun. By the way, in advance, the face paint doesn't have any meaning. That's just me having fun with sketching, getting to draw on someone's face. The face paint has no textual connotation. My vocabulary significantly was lost after school. I have not upgraded that in a long time. So yeah, in case I'm using words wrong, just edit them out with the subtitle of a correct, "This is what she meant to say." Yeah. In advance.
We'll just put the dictionary.exe is not found.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, artistic process is as same as anyone. Sketch it out, make a base, or using the two bases that I already have. I have a male base and a female base, and literally all my models are usually from those two. I can just alter the body type, alter the general shape, and then just make it. From there, sculpt the model how I want, rig it, texture, have fun, you're done, export it to Unity, begin the gaming process. Rinse, repeat.
Yeah.
17 times.
Sure.
It's an exhausting process.
Like, I'm happy you went into the physics behind the Afro because, I'd assume you could probably find hundreds of kind of theme packs or asset packs for like Caucasian hair or for like Asian hair, or there's probably like some really great physics packs that you can just plug and play, right? But in terms of the Afro, it's probably quite limited.
It really is. I really looked everywhere for it until I said, okay, fine, how hard can it be to build it from the ground up? It wasn't easy. I've never overestimated myself as much as I did when I decided to do that. But I was like, well, once I do it, technically I'll have a library, then someone else can make it better. So yeah, I'm working on releasing it on Kaguya's website, or also putting it in the Unity asset store. So when that happens, at least one is a good step. As long as there's one step, someone's going to take the second, third. That's all I have to do is finish the first.
Yeah, definitely. I think as soon as it hits the Unity asset store, you'd probably get a lot of interest on that. It's like definitely with a lot of the African game makers that I've chatted to, some really cool projects that they have, they'd probably need models like that. Awesome. So you and Tabby formalized into a studio. Just correct me if I'm saying this wrong. Nyota Studios.
Oh, Naota, but a lot of people call it Nyota, so it just kind of went with it. Naota translates to I'm dreaming because it's Kiswahili for I am dreaming.
Okay.
Because when you venture across an artistic route, everyone is at before you do it, everyone is like, follow your dreams. And when you actually start following your dreams, everyone's like, this doesn't feel like a smart idea, and we
Yeah.
strongly recommend you try a different route. So we formed Naota to say whenever we hear that, we can just say, sorry, I am dreaming. I'm not listening. I'm just dreaming. So yeah, it was something decided at a cafe back in the day when cafes actually were a thing and going
Mhm.
out would not result in instant terror. I miss those days. 2019 was okay.
Right.
I feel bad. I feel bad for hating on 2019, but oh god, it was so okay. It was such a good year.
Yeah.
Now, oh well.
But I have hope for 2021. It's just gotten started. We can still have an awesome
Yes,
time. Let's just forget about 2020. Yeah,
yes.
cool.
Anything is a step up from last year. Anything is a step up.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, if you could send a message back in time to your younger self, what would you say?
I would I would tell her three things because I've thought of that a lot. First of all, start learning to walk in heels earlier because trying it now is painful. A second one is C hash and C plus plus. Try and pick them up at the same time so that you can at least uh, get a handle on programming faster. And don't take coffee. Like specifically, if I could go back to when I was about 10, I'd slap that. I am severely addicted to caffeine, so just don't start because now I don't know how to stop. It's not a terrible addiction, but I genuinely don't think as an adult it should take me a triple shot espresso just so that I can start thinking. Anything before that is fuzzy. So, yeah, learn heels, get more programming languages under your belt faster. Don't drink coffee, just don't start. Your mind makes enough caffeine or whatever brain juice or brain sauce that
Yeah,
stimulates caffeine.
let's just call it
Yeah,
brain juice. I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is. Um,
yeah.
cool, cool.
So
So you've been entered into the Sony Talent League. Can you tell us a little bit
yeah.
more about that? What happened there? How did you get entered into it? And where can our fans support your work? How can we get hold of Kawia's adventure? And yeah, just vote for you.
Oh, okay. So Sony Talent League. I learned about it from a friend's WhatsApp status. Like I just saw it. They've extended the deadline, so apply. And I was like, I was at a really rough point at that point in 2020. So I had a very nonchalant approach to it. Like, might as well. The world is ending, so let me just fill this in and see what happens. Yeah. So filling it in, I had no expectations. I had actually completely forgotten about it
Yeah.
when December hit. And I had gone to visit my grandmother. She lives seaside, so I was actually on a ferry when I got the news, and I had to contain myself for like the entire trip. But oh, congratulations, you're now a finalist, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
This thing is still on? Yes, it's on, but really? Me? Okay, sure. Why not? Let's go. Let's go. Then January hit and the mentorship started. I was terrified because I had not received formal training up until that point. And the people who are mentoring us are people that have been in this industry for years, people that have been looking up to since I decided to start this journey. And I was like, they don't need to see my work. My work is rookie work. No one needs to see this. Oh god, this is terrifying. So I was like, but then they were so nice. Like
Mm.
they really took our story. They helped us in narratives, in our careers, in the development of the actual thing, giving us the tools we needed to just get it started and get it off the ground, moving it from an idea in our heads to just a demo, like a demo that I can actually now go to people and be like, hey, I've been working on this for a period of time. Do you like it? If you like it, please, if you like it, grant me finances to make it something awesome. So yeah, it's been it's been awesome. I can't believe the amount of friends I've made. I had like 5 friends prior. Now I think I want to say 17 to 22. Yeah, I'd like to say 17 to 22 friends.
Cool. And where can everybody check out your work and vote for you in the Sony Talent League?
Okay, so voting ended yesterday, Monday. Voting ended on Monday, and the winner was actually announced yesterday. We did not win, but we came very close. So the prize actually went to Together, which is a really fun artistic program where artists can go create their own brushes from existing objects in their environment. So, hi Dilly, you did great. Thank you. Also, thanks for being my friend. If you want to visit us, we have a website, www.kawiasadventure.com. That's our website. It's up and running. You can also play the game on the website if you want to look it up. And when it's published, it'll probably be published on Steam. So keep your eye out for that. Hopefully we can take over the charts. I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Trust me, I've published a game on Steam, and yeah, it's back in the green light days. So everything's kind of changed now, and I know that like trying to top those charts is very, very hard work. So yeah, I wish you well, and fans definitely go check out Kawia's Adventure. It's really cool. It's got a very different play style to what you've ever experienced, and yeah, everything is homegrown African from start to finish. As Lydia mentioned, she even most of the asset packs had to be made from scratch, which is something that's not very easy. I mean, if you want to make a JRPG, as I said, you can pretty much just find those assets. If you want to make like a classical type of game, you can pretty much just find those assets. But when it comes to making African games, it's great to see people such as Lydia who are making a difference and creating, ethnic assets as well as telling African stories. So yeah, Lydia, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for being with us. One last shout out to everybody, your favorite kind of coffee store, your cat, Tabby, anyone. Go ahead.
All right. Last shout out to Tabby, who's just entered the room. Last shout out to Tabby, who's literally over there. And to my beloved cat, Jin. I really miss you. You're a great cat. And to Zack Snyder, if he ever sees this, please thank you. Thank you for the best thing that I have seen in a long time. That was the best 4 hours of my life. Thank you. Yes. So
now that you brought that up again, Zack Snyder, I would also like to thank you for making sure your cut got out there. When I heard the news that your cut existed, I wanted to get my hands on it as soon as possible, and it's great to finally be here.
Okay, so let me hit up Tabby. She just came into the room, so you can see her. This is Tabs. Hey.
Hey, Tabby.
Hi. This is Jordan.
This is Tabs. She was out getting stuff because we don't have enough food in this house. Apparently, grocery shopping has been neglected for this entire period. So now we have to restock and live like humans.
Now we have to go back to our mortal beings.
Yes.
Yes,
nice to meet you.
Programmers need food.
Food and sleep is for the weak. Oh, he said programmers need food.
Yes. Even us bots need food.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, guys. I think that's where I'm gonna call it an interview, and that's a wrap.